Spider Pig, does whatever a spider pig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig. Look out, he is a spider pig.
Today I'm going to show you how to make a basic map in QuaRK without a sky. The best thing about QuaRK is they already start you off with a box, which makes it a lot easier. So we're going to click on zoom here and zoom in so we can work better. First thing we're going to do is click on border walls over here in the tree view. And then we're going to select the texture from the face view. You'll notice there's multiple textures already selected. We're just going to select one. I'm going to take it from the armory. After the textures load up here, we're going to go down to the bottom and we're going to pick no draw. Now the reason we pick no draw is why make the engine work harder than it has to in the game, and the parts of the walls that are not seen do not need textures. So now we're going to set the texture scaling, and we're going to use adjust textures on face but keep scaling to a minimum. That's a good one to use. Lines up everything really nice. Now the next thing we're going to do is change the grid to grid 8 so we can miter our outside walls. Mitering will help you in your frame rates in the game and make your map run smoother. So we'll click on a wall here. We're going to pick the little thing, right, a little dot right here to move the vertex, to distort the polyhedron, which is a fancy way of saying we're going to make an angle. I'm going to pull it over, 2 clicks. 8 grid works really fine for this. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to pick the south wall now and do the same thing. And the east and west walls, we're going to do the same thing. So you'll notice the walls are pinched off now. While we're here, let's make the walls a little thinner. We don't need them that thick. I always go north, south, east, west. Whatever the opposite of the other wall removed will be. Just like that. Click anywhere outside your map to deselect or hit escape. Now we want to put a texture on our inner faces, our inner facing brushes. Let's put the 3D GL on so we can see inside our map. Bring our camera in. Turn it face a corner. Good way to see everything. I'm going to go back over here to the tree view, click on the plus sign next to border walls. You see east wall, west wall, north wall, south wall. I'm just going to do the walls right now. I'm going to open all 4 of them up, and we're going to select the opposite face for those walls. So the east wall, we're going to pick the west face. All the faces that are facing in the map. Now you're going to hold down Control key and select the other ones. So the west, we're going to pick the east. The north, we're going to pick the south. And the south, we're going to pick the north. So all 6 in-facing faces we have picked now. So let's pick a texture again. Go into the face view. We'll stay in the armory. Let's go up here and get a nice brick texture. Go with old ceiling number 1. And you notice everything's all lined up nice. But you might want to change that with the scaling. So you got your first scaling over here, says 1 to 1, which is most maps have that. Adjust texture to fit the face. That's make everything big. But we'll go with the third one, my favorite. Adjust textures on face and keep scaling to a minimum. Alright, now we're going to bring up our tree view again. Close the walls. I'm going to pick a floor texture. So the floor we're going to pick up. That would be the opposite of the floor. Again, we'll go to the textures. We'll get a nice floor texture here. The Con 14. Everything's adjusted again, but you might want to hit it just in case. QuaRK sometimes mess up. It's very quirky. I'm going to close that. We're going to pick the ceiling, which is the sky, and we're going to pick the down face. Again, let's pick a nice ceiling texture. Con 4 is a good one. And there, now we have a nice little room. And we'll close up the border walls there. And we'll close the 3D GL and hit escape, so deselecting. Now we're going to pick our light. Everything, mostly in QuaRK, when it's put in, it starts directly in the middle of the map. So we'll pull our light up to the ceiling a little bit. And we're going to right click over here on the light and go to the Pacifics. Here you can make your light brighter. The default value is 300, but let's make it 400. Hit enter. You'll see the blue circle come around the light. See, it's kind of bright. If you hold it in the style here, you'll see different styles for number. We're just going to pick 0, normal, and flickering. So you select that box, put in 0. Now hit escape. You'll notice we have an info player start. That is a single player spawn point. You have to have one of these in every map, but it's not a normal spawn point. It also can be used as the end camera in SOF. Last thing you see, whatever direction the little arm with the red dot on it is facing. I like to pull it up here, get it out of the way, hit escape. We're going to go up here and we're going to pick an entity. We're going to put in a spawn point. So we're going to click on SOF entities, go down to info, highlight info, we're going to highlight player, and we're going to pick info player deathmatch. That is a normal spawn point. So we'll grab our spawn point, pull it down to the floor. Make sure you don't put it in the floor. And in the specifics of the spawn point, we're going to click on the plus sign here to enter and put in our own Pacific. We're going to decide which way our player will be facing when he comes in the map. So when that comes up and says Pacifics, we're going to type in angle. Hit enter. And we're going to put in 90 for right now. And hit enter. You'll see he's facing north. And we'll grab our player, pull him down here, get him out of the way. We can make him face whatever way we want by grabbing the little arm here with the red ball. Now that we're done with that, bring our tree view back up, hit escape, change our grid back to 32, and basically you have a map now. So you want to compile this map. We're going to go up to here and click on SOF. We're going to pick complete rebuild. This is the only one you should really pick. This will give you the true version of your map in the game. Okay, but before we do that, let's save the map. We'll go up here to File, Save File As. You can name your map whatever. You want to save it as a QKM. That's a really, I usually use that. That's the best method for QuaRK. I'm going to save new map. Click save. You can save that in your computer anywhere you want. Now we're going to go up here. We're going to compile the map. Click on SOF and click on Complete Rebuild. See our build window come up. Make sure we have no errors anywhere. Once you see operation finished, you don't see any errors anywhere in these sections, you're okay. So we'll close that window, close QuaRK, go to our SOF folder. You'll see our temporary QuaRK folder. Open that up, open maps, and there's 3 files. We want the BSP, we'll take the BSP, pull it on our desktop. The other 2 files we can delete, you don't need them. Go back, go to our user folder, our maps folder, and I'll place our new map in there. After that, go into the game, start your server, drop your console, type map, space, and the name of your map, and you can view your map.